Welcome back to another episode of Las
Y
Bueninos
nos
Vamos.
vamos. I was like, wait, which part do I usually say?
All of it. You say all of it.
No.
Welcome to Soul Day, Margarita.
El Día de los Muertos.
Yes, yes, yes. So today, what are you doing for today?
Today.
I can see you're dressed up.
I'm not dressed up, just I forgot I had it on. I forgot. No, I really did forget. But yes, for Dia de los Muertos, I did my little, what do you call, Nakatina.
Face painting. Okay.
No. It's called something. What is it called?
It's called face painting.
A skeleton painting.
Well,
But you'll be
painting.
a calavera. Yes, I have a calavera painting, but you'll be telling us a little bit more about that.
Sort of.
Maybe, sort of,
Yep.
possibly.
Anything.
But yeah, what do you guys think?
I know.
She
Rate
looks
it.
cute or whatever.
She did it.
Yeah, from a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate it?
Anything just off the bat, anything that your family did for Dia de los Muertos that you can remember of?
Nothing.
Okay. Me
Honestly,
either.
no, nothing.
And I think it goes back that maybe our parents did want to influence us to do this, or they inherited, but we didn't get along. I don't know. What do you think? Or it just was never brought up. It was never looked like that.
No, I think just growing up, a lot of like traditions that I'm learning about now that I'm older, they didn't really implement it. For me, I feel like it's more like, okay, like I didn't know about these traditions and I've heard about it and I've learned about them before, but I never really, no le puse mucha importancia because, again, I didn't grow up con las costumbres. But now that I'm older, I'm like, you know what? Okay, now I know the meaning behind it. It's not just like, oh, I'm face my paint.
Ooh.
A little dyslexic moment there.
I like that. She says she knows the meaning of it, so I hope you're not surprised what I tell you about it then.
Okay, well, what you got for us?
Same thing. So it is Souls Day. It is Saints Day. It was yesterday, Wednesday. That is Saints Day.
Really?
Yes. So the little history that I have for you. So as our indigenous, basically it doesn't matter. It could be Mexico, it could be other indigenous from other countries. So the indigenous basically did believe on death, correct? So, they did offerings and basically did rituals. I don't know if you really want to call them rituals, but they believe in death more than anything. So then came the Spaniards, and what did they bring?
They brought their costumbres.
And one of them is Catholicism. So that's why both of them are back to back. Basically, one of the popes said, okay, we're going to have Saints Day for November 1st, and then November 2nd, we're going to do it Souls Day. But in reality, Souls Day comes from the indigenous because they mix both of them together. So did you know that one?
I didn't. See, I'm here. I heard. When I was doing my research, I saw something different. But
everybody's gonna be a little different.
Yeah, as like the years go on, like ya ves que cambia las cosas. Well, not cambia. Like everybody's
tells different and somehow. It's almost like if I tell you something and then you have a whole line of people, by the end it's not the same no more.
Yeah, like they're all celebrating the same thing, but they're celebrating it a little bit different.
Yes. So, yeah. And then, as we know, 31st, October 31st, it's hollow. And do you know the meaning of a hollow? Because I really do not. I just know a little bit. I've heard of it. But do you have a little research on that or no? Or just your mind, your thoughts?
No, I just heard like it's All Hallows Eve. Y que ahí es en donde empieza the All Hallows Eve, all of the saints, all the saints.
Yes. So basically what I know of from the 31st, again, guys, there's going to be different research. This is just a little bit of research I did. Do your own research as well. So from the 31st of the midnight, or I guess when it's se está oscureciendo, from there to November 2nd, they say the veil time. The veil.
What's that?
The veil is basically como el veil that you guys put over yourself.
Oh, veil. Okay.
But it's not it's the same way you say it and you spell it, but it's not the same meaning for people that believe, I guess, in different worlds. Because the veil time for that, during that time, they say is basically the thinnest line between both worlds, the death and the living. So and it's true. Scientifically speaking, just because the way basically we're going from summer to fall, I think that transition, it has to do something with it. But again, that's just my little research. So that's why it's believed that, again, from the dead to the living around that time, they come over and they basically come and visit us, right?
Yeah, the first, right? Yeah, first. I did see that on the first, because I was like, okay, I thought it was just one day, but no. But when I was doing we were doing our research, we saw that it was more than one day, and it's pretty much all the babies that have passed, and all or the kids or the saints.
Yes. So an altar. That's something we see all the time. Do you know why is there? I don't know if you ever really paid attention to it, and I really seen it, but I didn't really know of it. But there's 3 levels to it, to the altar.
No.
Yes, there's 3 levels to the altar. One of them represents the underworld, the other one represents the earth, and the third represents the sky.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did do some research, regarding the altar, everything that's supposed to be on there, so that your loved one can, enjoy it or make it there. Okay, but go ahead.
No. So if we're gonna get into it. We're gonna be a little bit all over this place, but again, it's just trying to teach ourselves, because our parents didn't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. To me, it's interesting. To me, it's interesting to know these beliefs that within our culture, and I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, into our culture. Basically, we're teaching ourselves right now, and we're not saying we know everything, really, right? We're just getting into it. So, what are the items that are there, or what are the gifts that you put there?
So there's just, from what I saw, there's multiple things that you do, so what pretty much starting so that you can help guide your loved one to get to you. I guess there you have to put, what's it called? Una candle. You put a white candle, which pretty much, I don't know if you know, but it pretty much stands for purity. Okay. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah.
No, I got something else from that, but that's a good note.
Regarding the candle?
Yeah. So the candle is basically light, as we speak in light, and it's probably this, you can say it that way, but it's light, right? Yeah. The easiest way to say it. So light, it basically helps our spirits to come down to the living land.
Yeah, that's something that I saw, and I mean, which makes sense, right? Because if somebody passes, or you siempre les prendes una vela, and they always say so you can guide them to get to heaven. To their destination. And then when they come back, for the Day of the Dead to visit them. Yes. Another thing
before we move on, I thought this one we were gonna leave it a little bit more further down, pero pues ya lo dijimos. Yeah. So there is something going around the social media, and I don't know if you've seen it, and it's kind of trippy. So they're showing it's not an X-ray, it's more of a, what they show, a ultrasonido, or a ultrasound. So they're showing an ultrasound about a sperm and an egg.
What the heck? No.
So there's a video, and I'll post it right here. Pa ustedes, or right here. I don't know which angle.
Right here.
Or right here. Pero, so they're showing this video of this ultrasound, and when the sperm meets the egg, what do you think comes next, or what do you think it's seen?
A light, spark of light. Is that the soul?
There you go. So a spark of light. So that's why light's very important.
Or what is it? Electromagnetic? I don't know, something scientifically speaking. Scientific. Is there something that is scientifically?
No, nobody can know. Nobody knows why there's a light that shows on the ultrasound.
If somebody knows, comment down.
No, there's nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You can't. There's no science. There's nothing. You can explain why a light is showing when that happens.
Yeah, I don't know if we're kind of gonna get off. I'm gonna get off the topic a little bit.
I thought we were gonna put it a little bit more further down, pero pues ya lo dijimos.
No, because it's funny that you mentioned that. Because I don't know if you've seen some videos of whenever there's a car accident, or just somewhere where there's
a big piece of energy, or a big amount of energy.
No, espérame. No, whenever there's a car accident, or there's where there's death present, pretty much, and you pretty much see a white light Like they capture in the cameras. I'll have to find the video. I have to find the video so I can show.
Okay.
So I can show you and show everybody else that there's like a light that just se sube para arriba.
I would
Have you
say
seen that before?
No, I haven't. But the thing that comes up to my mind is like lightning. Lightning hits, and then you can see the spare of light. Correct.
Kind of. I'll have to show you, man. But right now that you mentioned the whole soul thing, because the soul is pretty much like, okay, like this.
Well,
like
I didn't say it was a soul.
No. Okay, no, you didn't say that. But like that's what I'm thinking. I'm putting
sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's
for
interesting.
your thinking.
Yeah, for my no, it really does. I was like,
I can agree to it.
Yeah, no, but I remember, I don't know where I saw the whole, the sperm and the egg and that there's like a spark or something. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So super interesting. So light is very important for us, guys. So como han dicho, maybe we should be spending out more in the sun. And I know some people, I don't want to point fingers.
What?
Some people hate the sun, but I enjoy the sun.
And you know what's funny that you're talking about the sun?
Why is it funny that I'm talking about the sun?
Because I was listening to Bretman Rock. He came out on a podcast and he said that his grandma, they're believer. They believe a lot in meditation, and his grandma taught him that when the best time for you to meditate is when the sun pretty much starts rising.
Okay.
Because those first rays que están saliendo, those are the most pure, the strongest. So that's why a lot of people like to meditate under the sun, because it's projecting a lot of energy on them.
Charlie horse.
There's a lot of things out there.
So hopefully now we put a little bit more onto light, Now that I know Mrs. I want to say something about that, because we're finally over Halloween, guys, and I know people are gonna get to me that I love Halloween, pero miren, estoy más alegre. It's more lightning here that it's not being Halloween anymore for me.
I know.
Everybody to their own, but
I know. Okay, well, back to the altar. What were we? We were talking about candles. And we were talking about the spark.
People, put stuff down below. I just, random things you guys have about lights or that you believe. Porque también we go back to the indigenous that the sun was the god for them. I'm just throwing it out there. La última.
Yeah.
Dale pues.
Okay, the next one. The next thing that I didn't know was that, you have to clear your space wherever it is that you have your altar or your home. You have to clear your space of any negative energy. So there's something called copal. I don't know if you've heard of that before, or if you saw that in your research.
Is it like un scent, or like, I don't know what you call the white smoke or whatever?
Yeah. When I looked it up, it's like this little... It's kind of like sap que viene del árbol, and you pretty much burn that, and then it could probably use sage también to clean el incencio. I don't know if you saw in Coco.
I don't know how you say it in English. Sorry.
Yeah, we were just watching Coco, and Mama Imelda, the grandma that's alive. She's like, no music, no this. She was at the altar y se miraba como incencio, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not catch these things in Coco?
But then again, you didn't think about. You just said it. ¿Qué era lo que nuestros papás hacían cuando iban a venir visitors?
A limpiar. Pónganse a limpiar.
So imagine this comes way back from our indigenous. Like cleaning that spot is very important.
Yeah.
Having a clean
No,
place.
pero eso es para que no te critiquen.
But I mean, maybe, pero it's still something that you do because somebody's gonna come, and you're just being a host, just being a host. Same way that we're doing it with the spirits. Same way.
You're being a host for them. You're clearing any negative stuff that's going on for them, because you just want to have a nice little clear area for them.
Correcto. Anything else?
What else did you see?
No,
what else did you see on them?
I'll fill in the blanks.
So, marigolds. That's why. Okay. So I know we don't have any marigolds. I really want to get like a corona or something so I can complete my look. But we have a little orange in the back. So marigolds. Do you know what the marigolds are?
What I seen, marigolds, it's almost the same thing as the candle. They're brought down for the same reason, for the spirits can come down to earth. That was one meaningful of it, but I don't know if you got something different.
The marigolds. So I don't know if it's the same thing that you're talking about, but the marigolds are flowers. Those bright orange flowers. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they're basically put down for that.
Yeah. So so those are used to. So they're very highly. I guess they're highly scented. I've never smelled them before. I didn't know that. So I guess they're highly scented, and that along with the candle, and it guides them to their destination. And of course they're really bright, so that's something else that's on the
used.
altar.
Okay.
What else? You say something too. What
No,
else is on
I'm
the
just
altar?
saying. I'm going along. You know, the
Yeah.
marigold. Sorry if I didn't say marigold's a flower, but you said it. You got my back.
Let me see what else. Water también. I don't know if you've heard about water. I remember when I was younger, my mom would always have like a cup of water on her nightstand. And she said, I remember, I don't know if she said it or somebody else said it, but I heard that you need to drink a water before you go to bed, porque
Te limpia la soul.
something about el alma that
They say soul.
yeah. And so I guess it's the same thing, because since they're when your loved ones are making their way to your altar, they need that's so that they can drink water, so that they can be hydrated.
Well, where are we? 60-80% of water.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
True. ¿Y qué
And
más?
with that is ofrendas, right? So ofrenda
Ofrendas.
is basically a food or a beverage. Same thing for our loved ones that used to enjoy here on earth.
Yeah.
So it could be anything. It could be, again, food and beverage. Anything they liked, water, soda,
Un tequilita. Corona,
anything that
corona.
represents them, as well as a picture of themselves.
Yeah, también, that's another
So it
thing.
makes them feel comfortable to be here and that certain area or that place
Yeah.
that the altar's at.
Yeah, and then we also mentioned in another episode el cholo.
El
El
Rito?
cholo Itsunito. I still cannot say the name.
Okay.
So vamos a decir el cholo. So el cholo, that's another thing that you can put on the altar. Or if you have a cholo, just have them
Really?
around so that they can guide your loved one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I've never really seen a cholo on the altar.
Or
But I mean, I
sometimes-
just never seen it in
No,
real life.
neither
I'm
have
not
I.
saying they haven't used it. I just haven't seen anybody use a cholo.
Or an alebrije. You know how they're like really colorful animals, or just any animal también. So because they're protectors of the dead, and they
Of the
guide them. Yeah.
diseased.
The deceased. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, another one that I don't want to say before. Oh, actually, ofrendas and personal items are differently. Sorry, I butcher that, as you say. I went too fast, but yeah, ofrendas are basically food and beverages. Personal items is for them to feel comfortable, as we mentioned. Hats, any portraits of them.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I butchered that, so I had to repeat. But ¿qué más?
No, right now that you say it's like something that they like, but then right now that you mentioned like something that is theirs. So I remember we mentioned in another episode that sometimes there's like items or something that that the deceased gets attached to. So maybe something like that will help them find their way, like, okay, this is mine type of thing. I don't know. That's just the way I think about it.
I think she's pointing out to my little bear back there, guys. I think that's what she's trying to say.
I'm not.
As you guys see my little homie here, my little buddy here.
Don't call him homie.
He's my buddy. He is my homie.
Yeah.
At one point in time.
Okay,
but
so can I ask you? Can I ask you now?
no, ya lo voy a decir.
No, let me ask you. So, Lenchito, what do you got back there? I see you have something back there.
Well, yes, guys, I'm sharing a little piece of the Rivera family. So my dad has passed away, and my sister found this person in Facebook or anywhere around your area. You probably can do this for your own family. We grabbed a lot of the t-shirts that he wore, and we basically gave it to this person, and she made teddy bears. So she made about 6 in the main family. Again, it doesn't have to be just a main family. Maybe whoever wants one, se cooperan ahí, yeah. But 6 shirts. So this is one of the shirts. And the last bear, the lady was very thoughtful and basically the other pieces that were left over, she made that bear wear all of the pieces. So that was kind of cool.
I know. Who kept it? Was it your sister?
Pues, like the one that came up with the idea.
Yeah,
Pues,
of
come
course.
on, tienen que.
That was sweet. Yeah, I thought that was a really cute touch. Another thing that I have seen, I don't know if you've seen that, you can, like, let's say if the person that's deceased, their wishes were to be cremated, you can make a diamond out of it. I think you told me about it. No. I think one of the girls told me. Maybe it was my older sister. I think she said that she wanted to be turned into a diamond.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy you're saying all this, pero I don't know. We might have to cut it if we find the research a little bit, but I think sand is made of diamonds, or sand is made of the glass is made of sand. So is that how they can basically do it in the labs?
I don't know, maybe. But like, you know what? You want to know a funny story?
What is your funny story?
So there's just so many things that you can, like, if you decide to, to be cremated, there's so many things that you can do. Like if you want to be turned in, like you can turn yourself into a tree. So you can use your ashes and, mix it up probably with whatever it is that you need to grow a tree. So my sister...
What? Like the fertilizer?
Yeah, you can turn it into fertilizer. There you go, fertilizer.
Okay, because I'm like, you're trying to say there are ashes are the actual tree? Like we're a seed? I'm like, what?
Okay, let me say that again. Maybe so that we can clip it. So we can clip it. No, so we can clip it. Okay, so if you decide to turn yourself into... if you decide to be cremated, you can turn your ashes into just a lot of things. So one of the things we already said, you can turn yourself into a diamond, a necklace, something. But my sister, she said that she wants to turn herself into a tree. So she made some research. I guess you can put your ashes into turn your ashes into fertilizer, and you can turn yourself into a tree. So she was like, okay, when I pass away, I want you guys to turn me into an avocado tree.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Hopefully she doesn't say a fruit tree.
A fruit tree. Imagine, man. We're gonna have her DNA. Do you think her DNA will? Yeah, right. Her DNA will be in the avocados.
I don't even want to think about it.
A little avocado toast. I'm like, thank you, sister.
No, I'm gonna be using that stuff still as fertilizer. All the fruit, I'm gonna just mash it up as fertilizer. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat it.
If your loved one decided to be cremated and they wanted you to turn them into a tree, would you eat the fruit or food or whatever it is that the tree is giving?
Yeah.
Would you?
Don't know.
I don't know if I can, man. Imagine, like, I don't know. That'd be crazy. I can just imagine, like, el día que pase, like, if we do decide to do that for my sister, I feel like my sister will just, like, be, ¿cómo se dice? What's that word? I said it the other day. I feel like she'll just come and visit and, like, play tricks on everyone. But yeah, that would be funny.
All right, so where were we with this? Where did we disrail?
I don't know. We were talking about the altar, but how about can I ask this last question?
But we were saying ofrenda. Because we were saying about ofrenda. We were saying about ofrendas and personal items. That's how we got there. Okay, what are we gonna try to ask?
Yeah, one question that I want to ask: if you decided to be cremated, what would you want people to do with your ashes? Would you like for somebody, people usually do, okay, let's just put it, in the ocean or in your favorite place, or would you like to turn yourself into something?
I don't know. That's a tough question. At the moment, I don't have anything in mind.
I know.
I don't even know if I want to be cremated or be in freaking ataúd. So not sure. They're not thinking about that yet. Not saying I'm not gonna get there, but
we will
at the moment,
eventually.
I don't know. You?
Me? I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I've always said, like, oh, I love the ocean, so like cremate me and just throw me in the ocean. But I know you have to get, ¿cómo se dice? Like, there's certain regulations that you have to do and get a permit from it.
Really?
For it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You can't just go and throw your...
como todo mexicano, hombre.
There's a Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is watching you.
So much freaking ocean. You really think they're gonna be in every point of the ocean?
Imagine cada quien con su bolsita.
Oh shit. What are you throwing? Oh, I'm feeding the fish.
Feeding the fish. I know. Imagine. I mean, well,
right.
they do say that there's a lot of bodies in the ocean, because I don't know if you've seen that there's certain traditions. I can't remember if I remember what's the name of the.
Margarita, you need to start remembering stuff.
I know. I would say, what is it? Because all of these things that like my brain is just running right now. There's a tradition where they put flowers around them and they just put them in the ocean. And you know what I'm talking about? I think it's
I've
in Hawaii,
it.
maybe. Maybe it is
it.
in Hawaii.
But I didn't know. Oh, like they put the full body in there?
Yeah, you can see the full body and they just like put it in the ocean.
I don't know. Are you looking at movies too much?
No.
Maybe it's true. Maybe I have seen it for real, but
Yeah.
you don't really see it out there, meaning like social media or like an actual place. So
No, y luego también.
maybe it's not even used anymore, and that's why we recently haven't seen it.
No, it's recent. There was a recent video that I saw where they put like weights on the body. I don't know exactly what type of weights they put on, but they put the body, they go, a little bit deeper into the ocean and they just throw the body in the ocean.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
get back to Dia de los Muertos.
I know,
to
but all of this stuff,
though.
I mean, it's just a lot of interesting stuff and wishes that people have before they pass. And they're like, I want this to happen to me. O si no te voy a jalar las patas.
Yeah, very true. All right, so another thing that's in the altar is pan de muerto.
Have you ever had that?
I think I have a long time ago, but honestly, again, because the traditions weren't inherited to us, we don't really go to that day and get a pan de muerto en nuestra panadería.
No.
But that's kind of lame, sucks for us, but that's basically the pan de muerto basically represents as as a generous host for them, as a gift, basically.
Yeah. When I was little, when I would hear pan de muerto, I would be like, oh, what the heck? That's nasty.
Yeah.
Like, me daba asco. Like, even thinking about it a little bit. But now I know that pan de muerto is they just call it that because they offer it to their loved ones.
Yes, Margarita.
Yeah. What else you got for
Okay,
us?
the last one, but not least, I think the last one that we see there, and I think this is the way they're gonna see the cholo, right? As a calavera.
A cholo es a calavera?
Like they put the cholo. It's a calavera type of cholo.
Like it's a little statue, right? And they put it on the altar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Or they put a cat.
So yes, calaveras. Calaveras. Did you know that the small ones represent the younger ones, the babies, the younger ones, and the bigger ones represent the adults?
Oh, I didn't know that.
No? I
No.
see. Yes. Another thing about calaveras and skeletons. Now, this is a little bit more on the deep side. The skeletons that are placed there are for two reasons, basically. One, just to celebrate them. The skulls, the calaveras are to celebrate the disease. Okay, that's one. I already said the skulls about big and large. And then the other thing about the calaveras and skeletons is to remind us that all of us are equal on the afterlife. So basically, si no tienes nada de cuero, nada de muscle, ¿cómo te miras? Como un skeleton.
Una calaca. What was I gonna say? Like in the what is it? Ash, like on Ash Wednesday. What do they say? Something. What do they say?
Así eres y así quedarás. Que no,
Pretty much
that?
something like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't been to church in a while. Se me olvidan estas cosas.
Oh man.
But
we go
yeah,
back
I
to
mean,
church.
again, what a way to kind of bring us back to like, no te llevas nada almost, like
Yeah.
you're nothing once you go there. Whatever you have doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So, así una calaverita tú eres, and that's everybody.
No
And now-
más un puño de tierra.
now again, we go back to the whole light, So like, as proven, when you are deceased, you are lighter, right?
Yeah.
You're a little bit lighter. I don't know the weight amount, but you do
Yeah.
become lighter. So does that mean as a soul? As you said, when
Que
the
pesa.
sperm goes into the egg and is at the soul, that's why you see the light.
How funny. Like you're saying all these things that I see on the internet. I'm like, oh my gosh, now you're saying it. Yeah, that once you pass, you become lighter.
Yeah. So that's why it's a great way to kind of remind us that every time we see a skeleton, it really should bring us down. It should really make us humble a little bit. I mean, just to remember to like, look, you got to be nice to everyone. You don't know where they're going around anytime. And, you know, maybe just opening an arm once in a while.
Yeah. Porque al final we're all going to the same place.
Well,
Unless if you're Walt Disney and you're Frozen.
Calavera wise.
Calavera wise?
Yes.
I said unless if you're Walt Disney and you're Frozen so that they can bring you back to life.
Hey, nah, I don't doubt that
There has to be someone.
I'm not saying there's no research anymore, but I think the same way that you know, the whole aliens and stuff is being brought out, I think we're going there. And I think I've seen something already that somebody was looking for people to be frozen as an experiment already. So we're definitely going to see it here in the future.
We sure will.
But anything else on calaveras that you want to add to?
Not on calaveras.
I really felt that one, though. It really reminded me, especially now that we're coming to the holidays. It brought me back to, like, look, it's almost like familia, family. It's going to come, you know, like, just be a little bit more of
a little bit more mindful about
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really does.
All right.
I do have one more thing. Are you going to move on to another topic?
Well, if you want to say something else about skeletons and calaveras.
No, not skeletons and calaveras, but just that they, I don't know if it's true, but I guess there's a day on the 27th. Well, on the 27th of October, it's El Día de los Pets, like a pets day. I don't know if that's like an actual thing.
Of October?
Or somebody,
Oh.
That they actually, I don't know if it's like an actual thing that was made like, okay, yes, this is the national day. But yeah, you can make a little altar for your pets. And I saw a video where somebody was calling their dog and they were like, whatever their dog name was. And the candle was straight. And then next thing you know, when the lady was calling the dog's name, it started like going moving. Like this, like, you know how like the dogs wag their tail. Wow. That's what it reminded me of. Like they were just like, I wish I could show you. I think I saved it, but it's gonna take some time to find it.
I saw as well that it's San Judas Day too, October 27th.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
So whoever really celebrates him.
Yeah, and I saw another video where I guess the dogs were just there. It was a dog and it was just chilling, and then next thing you know, like something alerted it and it just went straight to the ofrenda and just started like looking at
like an actual living dog.
Yeah, an actual living dog. Like it alerted him and it just went to the ofrenda. I was like, so maybe they do, guys. Maybe they do.
Yeah, maybe we need to start implementing that too.
I know, little
because we say that dogs are families. I mean, pets are families.
Yeah, pets are family.
Not dogs.
They are, absolutely. They really are. Well, talking about dogs. Since we're talking about dogs and que los alebrijes y los cholos, that they watch that they look over those who have passed. So in the real life, I don't know if you heard about this story in I think it was in Michigan, where this a 2-year-old ended up walking out of the house in the evening, and I guess they were like in this forest or whatever, and tenía su dog. The dog followed her and they found her with 2 dogs. One of them, she was laying on it like a pillow. And then the other one was just pretty much just protecting her. Yeah.
But why was this girl out there or what?
Nomás se le salió la niña. Out. Yeah. She just walked out of the house. How scary. And they found her at night. Weird. And the dogs were just there protecting her.
Cray.
So get yourself a dog.
Pero ahorita que dices eso, there is I don't know if we can say animal. I guess it's not an animal. But there is a creature, I guess we can say. There is a creature that represents the whole time frame of the 31st to the 2nd.
Yeah.
For I don't know if it's only for Mexico indigenous people, but there is. You want to take some few guesses of what it would be?
A dog.
It's
What you
basically
said?
an animal, an insect, so it's a creature. That's why I say creature.
Animal/insect?
Yeah.
Like its actual
Yes.
thing, like it's living, it's
Yes.
living amongst
Uh-huh.
us.
Uh-huh.
An animal and insect?
Yeah, and I just saw this one. I was like, what the heck? I didn't know this one for sure.
A butterfly?
Yes.
Really?
So there is a certain type of butterfly that basically migrates to Mexico around this time. It's that black and yellow, orange one. I don't know the name of it, but yeah.
I always see them around when I go on my walks at
So
work.
around this time, from 31st to the 2nd, that's when they migrate with each other.
Oh.
They move along, I guess, or they just go to Mexico. I don't know. I saw it more in Mexico.
Yeah.
That they basically were there around this time. And that's why it feels like they represent the day of the Muertos, Day of the Dead.
What's that? Is there more reasoning behind it, though?
I think, butterfly, I believe the definition of this whole spiritual thing is like a spiritual, like vida or something like that. But
Yeah.
we'll insert a little bit more. We'll put a little caption up there.
Yeah.
Okay, what represents butterfly in the spiritual world? I will put.
Yeah. And I've seen too, like, I don't know if you've seen like people when they're like in the cemetery and they're like, oh, they're hurting, like, oh, send me a sign. And then next thing you know, a butterfly just comes up and just like se les para encima, or like they stand on top of like the tombstone and stuff like that. So I think that's
And
really
I think
nice.
it is. I want to say it is represents something about life, because that is one of the most tattooed used.
A butterfly.
It's like one of the top 5, I think.
It is?
Yeah, a butterfly.
Atrás.
Everybody say, I don't want to. Yo no sé eso. Yo no me estoy diciendo butterfly. But okay, well, that was a good little talk about our pets.
I know.
Other things that I have, basically, these are just random, but it still has to do with Dia de los Muertos. And I'm not too sure. Oaxaca state came up as one of the main states that celebrates it. And I think kind of is because they still hold to traditions. So, like you mentioned before, the whole spices, the chocolate, the whole tradition, like they're really onto Dia de los Muertos.
We have to go to Oaxaca one day.
We do. We said that, and hopefully we do make the promise to do it. So yeah, Oaxacans, they basically are very into tradition. So they do try to inherit it to their small loved ones and to everybody around the family. And for them, they have a tradition as el pan de muerto is still gets inherited, but the same thing, un tamal de frijol with mole is given that day. So they pass on this in generations, and the reason why they use a tamal de frijol is because they
Frijol con mole.
Yes, un tamal de frijol. So the tamal has frijol, but they serve it with mole.
Oh, like mole on the side. Oh,
yeah.
I thought they put it all in there together.
No, I don't know if they do or they don't, but let's say they put it, they don't. But that's the main plate for that and for these days or that day. And then one of the main reasons why they do it, kind of like a funny fact, is para no usar tortillas.
What the?
Not a funny
no
fact, but
servir?
Tortillas.
Oh, like you still have to serve the tamal. It takes
it's
longer
almost
to
like killing
prepare
two
it.
stones in one. Because they're like, oh, pues usan el tamal como tortilla. I don't know. I don't know if it has to do with, a tradition or a heritage. It just got así se fue evolucionando. But yeah, that's something I see.
And they still do that nowadays?
Yeah, well, whoever still does the tradition.
How funny. Like, I would think, like, la friega que se echa haciendo un tamal y calentando una tortilla. I'm like, man, mejor caliento las tortillas.
Nah, pero de todos modos, that's kind of
I'm
cool.
like, I'm saying it like I do tamales every single year.
Eso déjalo para la
It's a
señora de los
lot of
tamales
work.
aquí.
Hey, I still need to try her tamales.
Okay, other things that I seen Oaxaca do, or Oaxacians or Oaxaqueños, they do. It's and it's probably everywhere in the States or wherever it's Dia de los Muertos celebrated. They try to stay from the 31st all the way to the 2nd in the grave. And they make sure to rotate with the whole family, for the grave doesn't stay by itself ever around that time.
Between that whole time.
That time.
So then se quedan ahí toda la noche velando?
Yes. One family, at least one family member has to be there. The tradition is the grave cannot be by itself.
That's interesting, porque ya ves que en México se acostumbra a velar el cuerpo after the person passes for the viewing. Lo velan todo the whole time. And I don't know if I said it before in the pod, but that like when my grandma passed away and I went to Mexico, a mí me tocó to experience that, and I was like, when is this over? Like, ya va largo. And then somebody told me, oh, it's like no, you stay here until the next day. I was just like, what?
Yeah, traditions, tradiciones.
That's a nice little tradition. Que pues aquí no se hace. So nomás from a certain time to a certain time.
Yeah, well, I guess. Well, it'd be different, I guess, because you are able to have the not the tombstone, the casket in your house. You're able to do it.
Yeah.
If again, you have to get permissions, but I think that's probably one of the main reasons we don't really see it, because usually we rent somewhere to have it, right? To do the viewing.
Yeah.
Second, well, that's basically for the Oaxacans. That's what I seen and what I saw. One thing, and I was going to tell you about your face painting. And again, this is not a shaming anybody.
Oh, shoot. It's a bad one. I'm over here like...
But face painting, they're believed that is used because our indigenous were ashamed of the way they looked. So that's why they use face painting.
Aww.
I see, yes.
That's
so
sad.
that's why we have to embrace our inherited or our generations.
Well, people like me, I like to wear makeup because I don't like my acne scars and all that stuff. So I don't like the way I look. So I'm gonna put something over. Si se puede, se puede. Si no, pues...
But as you can tell, we still do it now and then, right?
Yeah.
We use makeup to cover our imperfections.
Yes.
Second thing with the whole face painting, it doesn't really go. It does and doesn't. But la famosa Catrina.
La Catrina.
So she's very pictured like a person that is upstanding for herself almost. Like she's like...
she's chingona?
Yeah, kind of. But Jose
Diego
Guadalupe
Rivera.
Posada made her back in the 1900s because women, and again, it has to do with people invading, Mexico. But women were ashamed of their origins. So he painted that. Well, you know how the Catrina has the old clothing of European style. So he made that painting for that because he's seen that our women were ashamed of their origins. So that's where La Catrina really comes from.
See, and maybe it's because like when not to get too deep into it or whatever, but it's when the Spaniards invaded, they started implementing their costumbres.
They wanted to like. I'm not saying, I don't know if they were ashamed or not, but obviously it becomes almost like a culture. So they started trying to, do their style or try to like be as them.
Yeah.
Like just trying to fit in, basically.
Yeah.
So that was part of it. Jose Guadalupe, he did that painting for that. Pues ya con el tiempo, it just started becoming, like a piece of Dia de los Muertos.
Like something positive.
Same thing with the whole skeletons and the calaveras.
It's crazy how history plays a lot of role in like everything and anything that we do nowadays. But regardless, embrace your culture as much as you can. Like I said it before. I try to now more than I ever have. Because again, we're just getting educated. And like we said it before, we're trying to educate everybody else because we weren't educated on that stuff.
Well, I know somewhere you can start real quick.
¿Dónde?
Hacer tortillas de mano.
No, thank you. Oh, you know what? Those tortillas, there's some tortillas que saben igualitas como si están hechas a mano. It's like como si apenas las agarraste del tortillero and just fucking roll it up and... Ooh, I said an F word. Beep.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, it's just a little funny fact. You don't have to start making tortillas, but that's like the first thing that comes from
I'm like, ¿hazlas tú?
It comes from our back.
Peleame. ¿Hazlas tú?
No te quiero pelear. So yeah, that was kind of a little topic. I mean, we almost went for a full hour just Dia de los Muertos. Hopefully, some people, learn something new and teach us as well. It's something that you guys do in your family.
Your
your tradition.
Yeah. Oh, last year, Lily and David and I think Eric and Maribel, they went to, I think it was the Hollywood Cemetery, no?
I'm not sure, but there is an event. There's an event that
you go to the cemetery. Ellos andaban bien pitados like this. I was like, ooh, I want to do that. I can't believe that was a year ago.
Yeah. So I think every year LA has a celebration of Dia de los Muertos, and again they have like live bands, they have food, people paint themselves. I think like they probably bring the flowers, decoran básicamente. And a little fun fact for you guys, you probably already know, pero si quieren keep on celebrating after you see this podcast, 3 movies that you can see for tonight is The Book of Life, Day of the Dead, and Coco.
Oh, we should. You know what I want to do with Coco? So you know how our Coco, my dog? Coco, our Coco. I don't know if you've seen que pintan los perros like a esqueleto. I don't know if you've seen that before. It looks so cool. Like there's like paint that won't hurt the dogs, of course, pero los pintan and they look like a little skeleton, just like walking around like a little skeleton. And some
like
people do it, like a cholo. So you can paint them like with white, or people do like different colors.
Interesting.
I don't remember the picture that I posted donde tenían the marigolds, like a necklace of marigolds. I posted it. I think on one of the shorts
on the episode.
Either on the episode or the shorts, yeah.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Yeah, so was that our last one y nos vamos recommendation?
Yeah, that was the last one y nos vamos. Hopefully you guys did video. Hopefully you hit that thumb button, that like button.
The like, comment, subscribe. Guys, comment. Please comment, like. That's something that's going to help us. With the algorithm, it's going to increase the algorithm. Something about the algorithm, right? Like if you comment, if you like,
that's what's
share
believed.
it. If you share it, or even the shorts, if the more interaction, the better.
So remember, follow us, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
And thank you to other new subscribers. Hopefully you guys are enjoying our videos.
Yes, and don't forget, she didn't say it, but it's okay. She didn't say Apple Music, Amazon Music, and Spotify.
Yes.
Well, this was great. It was interesting. I liked it. Hopefully, again, you guys liked it. Y nos vemos para la otra.
Bye.
Peace.
And insert the music.